All right, what's up, y'all? Now, if you're like me, you have been enjoying this off season because the Rams are Super Bowl champions. It's still like I'm still it's still kind of a shock to me, but I'm enjoying it. This is pretty crazy because generally when the off season gets here, I wanted to move fast. I wanted to move fast so we can get the season started so we can watch more Rams football, right? But with us winning the Super Bowl, I'm kind of now in a position where I want this off season to last forever. I know that may sound a little strange, but I just this is such a great feeling, and it's very rare for teams to repeat. So they may do it, they may not. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm just enjoying this off season as much as I can, and I recommend y'all do the same. However, however, the NFL is a year-round sport, and we got a pretty important part of that coming up soon this week is NFL free agency. And free agency can get a little crazy sometimes because you'll see your favorite players from all over the league. They'll bounce around and get moved around. We've already kind of seen this already. Russell Wilson decided he didn't want to play in the NFC West anymore. I don't blame him, and he went over to Denver, and now he'll be with the Broncos. They're starting to look pretty good. I have a good friend who is a Bronco fan, and I believe he's pretty happy about it. So Broncos. We'll see how he does. We'll see. I'm curious to see how Russell does outside of Seattle. But when it comes to our team, I've been mulling around what I think the team is going to do or not. I am not entirely sure. There was a report Roger Saffold may come back. I was a little excited about that. There's a report that Bobby Wagner could sign with us. I'm actually, if we can land him, I'll be good for. I'll be really satisfied if we can get Bobby Wagner. But I really don't know if we're gonna get either of them, and we're definitely not getting Saffold, which I'll show up here in a second because Saffold is going to the Bills, and good for him. It's I didn't want to get too excited because I really didn't think we just don't really have the cap room, and it's not easy to see. Like I'll feel like things will be a lot more clear once we get those contract extensions for Matthew Stafford and possibly Aaron Donald if he wishes to come back. But that's another conversation for another day. This video is to talk about our signings because the Rams went ahead and shored up our not shored up, but kind of gave a lot of our offensive linemen new contracts, of which I'm glad they are focusing on the interior and the line of scrimmage, the offensive line. That's the big things I think we need to focus on this offseason. It's the O-line and linebacker depth and cornerback. But I'll get into more details with that a little later. But my man Joseph Noteboom is finally getting a shot. Very proud of Joseph. Let's go ahead and get into this. Rambled on too much already. Good Lord. Rams in 2018 used their top pick for a tackle out of TCU. Joseph Noteboom, really didn't know who he was at the time. But I was like, okay, he's a quiet guy, but let's see how he does. And if you all remember, they drafted him to replace Andrew Whitworth as a starting left tackle. But we did not know when Whitworth would retire. And he has yet to retire, though it is highly believed that he will this offseason. We shall see. But the Rams went ahead and were proactive because they went ahead and signed Joseph Noteboom long term. They agreed to a, right here, 3-year deal worth up to $47.5 million with a base value of $40 million and $25 million guaranteed. So, Joseph, my man, getting paid. Congratulations, Joseph. And I'm so glad the Rams did this because Joseph played so well this season. This season. And when we decided to get a little more physical on the line and add an extra O lineman, it was Joseph who was, for the most part, that extra O lineman. And I thought he played great. I really did. I like Joseph. I like Noteboom. I really do. Whitworth is still on the roster. Yep. But this indicates that Whitworth is likely out. Well, I mean, we'll see. But it's good that we sign Noteboom for sure. Yeah, in 2019, Noteboom was they put him at left guard. I never liked that, how they put Noteboom at the guard position back in 2019, and he got dominated. He really just was not strong enough to handle those big, strong defensive linemen in the interior, those D tackles, and it just didn't work. You know, I understand the Rams want to make their O linemen interchangeable, and I get that, but with Joseph, it just never really made sense. So in 2020, he started all 9 games while Whitworth was out with a knee injury. I remember that. He made 2 starts in the regular season, one at right tackle, one at left, and started another game for Whitworth in the playoffs. So it's looking like Noteboom is definitely going to be starting, which is good. He did really well in the divisional round. It says here his big moment was he played against Jason Pierre-Paul on the left side. He allowed 1 pressure, 0 sacks, and earned a pass blocking grade of 86.3, according to Pro Football Focus, which was great. I think he was hurt on the last play of that game, which was really unfortunate, but because he was playing really well. But I'm so glad he's back, man. I really am. I really feel like Noteboom can be our starting left tackle, and I hope Sean has taken. And I know Sean's smart, all right, and I really hope Sean doesn't abandon the jumbo personnel sets, the 12, 13 personnel sets, the extra offensive linemen. All right, even if Whitworth retires, because here's what I would like to see. As far as like the left side of the line, if Whitworth doesn't come back, have Noteboom in there as the starting left tackle, and then the young man, what's his name? AJ Jackson, Aririk Jackson. I'm sorry, man, if I'm getting your name wrong, but the undrafted tackle that we have, make him that extra O lineman. Make him the 6th O lineman on the end of the line, because he handled himself so well. I think it was the Baltimore game that he had to start, because I don't remember if Noteboom was out with COVID and Whitworth and Noteboom were both out for one of these games. I think it was against Baltimore, and Alaric Jackson had to come in, and he looked really good. So I'd put him as the extra O lineman next season, because we gotta be physical. We gotta be physical. All right, I'm gonna be harping on this now. I'm back now. So Sean, I'm gonna be harping on this throughout the whole off season. All right, we need, if we want to make a title defense, we gotta keep being physical. Okay, you figured it out midway through the season. I'm very proud of you for that. Okay, I'm back now. I'm gonna keep harping on this, because with free agency and the draft coming up, we must focus on the line of scrimmage. So, very, very proud of Joseph. Congratulations. Very, very happy for him. We also went ahead and signed Brian to a 3-year deal, $24 million. You know, Brian. So Brian was probably the one I've been the most hard on this entire team. And I have to admit, I still think we can upgrade, and I would still like to see the Rams be proactive, or at least shop around. There's not a whole lot we can do. We don't really have a lot of capital, but if an opportunity presents itself to upgrade at the center position, I think we need to take it. Brian, you know, you can take that however you want to take it. It's just how I feel, all right? Try not to take it too personally. But, however, Brian did surprise me, because I thought, I thought he just was not, I thought he just wasn't going to be able to do it for us. And what can I say? What can I say? Overall, I thought he performed well. I did not think the offensive line performed as best as I wanted to see in the last two games, in the NFC Championship game and the Super Bowl, because we had no run game. And if we are going to repeat, we are going to have to get that addressed. We cannot just put everything on Matthew's shoulders to win it for us, all right? We need a little more push up front, all right? So y'all better be hitting the weight room. Brian, hit the weight room. Regardless, congratulations. I am proud of Brian. I really am. I know I dog on him a lot, but he's he proved me wrong this season. So what can I say, man? Congrats. Let's see here. We're re-signing him. It's a 3-year deal. We're $24 million, $8 million per year. That's a good chunk of change. This was an important move to get done. I agree. To get stability for the interior, the O-line. Yep. Austin Corbett is free agent, so we'll see if we get him back or not. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Allen will play. Well, y'all know the history. That's the center market there. Allen finished with 74.8 overall grade last season. It was the highest of his career. He had 25 total pressures in 20 games, including the postseason. Which, he played well. He played well. Maybe I'm just being a little hard on him, but Brian did play well. I just feel like I really am proud of him though, because that San Francisco D line is monstrous, and they were able to hold them off in the NFC Championship game for us to win. That, I can't just overlook that. That is pretty impressive, man. So really glad he's back. He was a 4th-round pick in 2018, so that's a good chunk of change for him. Congratulations, Brian. And we also signed Coleman Shelton to a 2-year deal. Coleman Shelton was the backup center going into the season after they had Corbett moved to guard. I actually felt Coleman should have been our starter because Coleman was a center in college, like Brian, but he played very well during those years. But now he's been re-signed, which is good. 2-year deal, as you can see, running back. There's Coleman. What's up, Coleman? He is a restricted free agent this offseason. Well, he was until we signed him. Let's try to get some details here. Oh, there is no details. Okay, well, they signed him to a 2-year deal to remain with the team through 2023, which is good. So they're shoring up the O-line, which is good. And they're saying here, if Corbett does in fact leave, Coleman Shelton is a candidate to replace him at right guard. And I feel like I would be okay with that if we don't have any other option, because I think they did that once or twice this past season, and Coleman, I felt, played pretty well in that role. So very good. I'm happy the Rams are doing this, because you got to build a team from the inside out, man. And this O-line surpassed expectations for me. I really felt they were a weak link that could have cost us last season. And while I still feel if there's an opportunity to upgrade at certain positions, center being specifically the center position, I feel we need to take it. But I mean, if not, I'm comfortable rolling in with these guys for next year. The only thing I would ask, Coleman, Brian, Joseph, hit the weight room. Hit the weight room. Y'all need to get a little more push, because when we face these big D linemen in the playoffs, assuming we make the playoffs, and Sean made it clear they're trying to run it back, trying to win again. So if we get there, we need to provide a little more push than we did this past season in the NFC Championship game, Super Bowl. I'm not trying to be a dick, all right? this is me just kind of being trying to analyze it the most I can, and trying if we can just shore up these little things. I think we have a very good chance to repeat. I really do. But we got to really get our O line to. But one of the ways to get the O line to play well is to have consistency. And by re-signing all these starters, we are keeping that consistency. So, good start to NFL free agency for the Rams. Saffold signed with the Bills. It's kind of a bummer. I actually really wanted him to come back, dude. I really did. But Saffold was so awesome when he was with us, dude. I've always really liked Roger. But I never really felt it was going to happen. We're really strapped for cash. Roger probably, I don't even know if he really wanted to come back, to be honest with you. But, he's moved on to the Bills. I have a couple of good friends who are Bills fans. They're going to be happy with them. So good luck to you, Roger. Bills got a good player, man. So good for him. But that's going to do it for this video. The Rams went ahead and shored up a bunch of their players on the O-line, which is great. And I'm glad to see they're focusing on the line of scrimmage. So very, very proud of these players. So congratulations to all of you. Y'all got paid now. So have fun. Don't do anything too crazy, but enjoy it, man. Y'all got a new contracts. Y'all got a new bunch of money coming in. So that's pretty cool. All right. I'm going to cut it off here, guys. I will catch you guys on the next one. And as always, Super Bowl champion Rams. Go Rams.